Hello, very warm welcome. Max dominates a snooze-fest Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He wins the season finale, and McLaren finished third in the Constructors. Get in there, McLaren. As a McLaren fan, buzzing. New investment into the team. They finished fourth last year. They've improved to third. Sainz is under investigation, but it shouldn't affect the result. Hopefully not anyway. I don't know why they can't investigate that during the race. But yeah, it was a dreadful Grand Prix, dominated by the Dutchman. Huge battle for third going into the Constructors. McLaren, Racing Point and Renault. Very clean start, no incidents. Again, Renault team orders. It's becoming a thing. Ricciardo, Ocon. Ocon always has to move out the way for Ricciardo. Perez retires, brings out a virtual safety car, everyone pitted, and basically that was a disaster for Racing Point and their quest for third place. Max dominating the race, bit of a stale Grand Prix. For me, Abu Dhabi has to go off the calendar. It's just not good enough. The race was terrible. It was really bad. Sainz is under investigation for going slow down the pit lane. McLaren wanted to double stack, so Sainz had to back off a bit. Obviously that hampered Lance Stroll. It is under investigation, but even if Sainz gets a penalty, McLaren will still have third, because they can't get, what penalty can they give him? 5 seconds? It's not going to affect his race position. Awful race, really terrible. Great stint by Daniel Ricciardo on the hards, he went really long, ended up getting the fastest lap. But McLaren, it's been tough supporting McLaren, obviously with the Honda issues, breaking down all the time, but they finished fourth last season, third this season, 202 points, and next year they have a Mercedes engine. Positive signs for McLaren. Lando Norris was fantastic this weekend. Abu Dhabi race reaction, no footage. Max dominates the season finale and McLaren finished third in the Constructors. Race rating, 0. It was absolutely awful, that Grand Prix. First sector followed the leader, second sector bit of overtaking but aided by DRS. Third sector, single file again. Star of the race, Max, dominated, fastest lap Daniel Ricciardo. So P1 Max dominated the weekend, destroyed the Mercedes all weekend. Pole, race win, led every single lap. Easy. Bottas P2, Mercedes didn't look themselves this weekend. Qualified second, finished second. Lewis Hamilton, the world champion, didn't look himself. His COVID still affecting him. Qualified third, finished third. Albon was really closing in on Hamilton. He finished fourth. Took him a while to get past Norris, but then he was really closing in on Hamilton at the end. Lando Norris, very good weekend for him. Qualified fourth, finished fifth. Carlos Sainz, sixth, under investigation, but McLaren have got third in the Constructors. Ricciardo, P7, did a very long stint and then came in, got the fastest lap. Gasly, 8th, better race. Struggled in qualifying, better race. Ocon, P9, passed Lance Stroll on the last lap. Lance Stroll, 10th, Racing Point, battle for third, they only scored 1 point. Kvyat, great in qualifying, not so good in the race, 11th. Kimi Raikkonen, 12th. Leclerc, 13th. Now everyone pitted under the virtual safety car, Ferrari didn't, so that's why they're so far down. 14th, his last race for Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel. I bet he's glad to end the horror season and he will go to Aston Martin next year. George Russell, 15th, solid. Giovinazzi, 16th, not such a good race. Latifi, 17th, very poor season. And then come the Haas. Kevin Magnussen's last race, 18th. Fittipaldi, 19th, no mistakes. Obviously Haas will have Schumacher and Mazepin next year. So there we have it. The crazy F1 2020 season is finished. Hamilton's the champion. Mercedes are Constructors champions. Qualifying reaction, race reaction. Join me for driver ratings. Then we will do season ratings and season awards as usual. Of course, Formula 1 finishes here, but any breaking news, I will cover it. We'll be doing a Hamilton video extending his deal at Mercedes, Yuki Tsunoda, and then heartbreak for Sergio Perez today. That could be his last race in Formula 1. Hopefully it isn't, and Red Bull make the right decision and give him a drive. But yeah, Ricciardo was quite impressive today. Good finish to his Renault career. McLaren though, buzzing. Today is about McLaren. Max and McLaren. That is the story of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That Grand Prix was terrible, but McLaren are third in the constructors. For me, it's like Manchester United. McLaren should always be fighting for the constructors and drivers title. They're a huge team, McLaren. Couple of podiums this season, and they've managed to beat Racing Point. I mean, who'd have thought Racing Point? They've chucked so many points away, Racing Point. Retirement today, Mugello, big crash for Stroll, Bahrain, Perez retired. So, get in there, McLaren. Look out for season ratings, season awards, driver ratings. The F1 season is finally over. Massive shout out to F1, FIA for even getting a season up and running during these COVID times. 17 races done. I'm going to miss Formula 1, but any news we will cover it. On to watching a lot of the Premier League now. Max dominates the Abu Dhabi GP.